We got the mic set up in the right way thanks to Mike and Bill Broccoli. That's what I call him because he likes to eat vegetables just like everyone should. But not everyone does. But you should eat vegetables and listen to podcasts. But mostly three cute boys.
Do you think he eats vegetables through his nose mainly?
Bill Brock? You think he eats vegetables through his nose? Why?
What kind of vegetable?
Nose vegetables.
What do you mean nose?
nice
You know, they have nose
powdered
candy.
vitamin.
They have nose candy. They don't have nose
I can't
vegetables.
believe they don't have a snortable vitamin. They've got a gummy vitamin. They've got
You can
a
snort any
chewable
vitamin.
Energy C. Or no, emergency.
I don't
Emergency.
think you
It's
should
a snortable
snort
vitamin.
it.
You can snort
Is it
Advil.
supposed to be snorted?
You can snort a liquid gel if you do it right.
A whole Advil?
Do you ever just break open a bunch of Advil liquid gels and then soak a cigarette in them?
Sometimes I wake up really sore and then I crunch up all this Advil and I chop it up on the table before I even get out
and
of
then
bed.
you just swallow it in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I crush up aspirin and I line it up and then I scoop it into a glass and I mix it with water and
I
drink
take
it.
all my Advil colon sinus suppository style.
Oh yeah,
As you should.
You mean you
Yeah.
boof it? You got to boof it. That's what
Delivered
it's called.
by a friend or relative or by your own hand?
That's the word on the street, isn't it? When you put alcohol up your
That's boofing, yeah.
sphincter,
Yeah.
your rectal area.
It's really
You soak
like
it
my
in a
situation.
tampon usually.
Oh, do you? I
sometimes.
thought you just put the bottle up there.
Sometimes you can soak it in a tampon and stick it up your beehole.
Have you
and
done
then-
that?
No, I haven't done it. Heard a lot about
Yeah,
it though.
Heard a lot
fucking.
of raving
Heard a lot of
reviews.
positive
So
things.
you're
I've never
not a
heard a bad
supporter of
story.
the LGBTQ community?
I am a supporter of all of that.
Then why have you never had a tampon soaked in alcohol in your anus?
I've heard only good things.
I've heard you can die.
In extreme cases.
No, because
Not if
it's-
you're just putting
people
alcohol in
can
a
die
tampon.
dry.
No, because there's it like
It's just
absorbs.
as dangerous
you
as
can die
driving.
of alcohol poisoning so much quicker because instead of it getting digested first, just absorbs straight into your bloodstream.
But if you're just putting a tampon amount or two,
Google
whatever
it.
tampon can soak up,
Google
and
it.
you want to get one of those heavy flow tampons,
How
then
much
you might
can
be
a
in
tampon
trouble.
really soak up?
It
though?
depends on
do
the
you
tampon.
know about the flows of tampons?
Yeah, I know about the flows of tampons.
I know, like, there's,
I
like,
got my
heavy-
first
there's
period
heavy
when I was
flow.
8 years old.
And then there's probably medium.
But what if you have a
Is there
wide
small,
set
medium?
vagina?
There's a light flow, then there's
Okay.
medium, and then there's heavy flow.
The ones that
Then there's,
Is
like,
it- is it
super
L-
deluxe
is it
heavy flow.
L-I-T-E? Is it L-I-T-E?
Yeah, it's light.
It's
Miller
lit.
Lite?
Yeah,
No, like
it's Miller Lite
It's L-I-T with like a
Spelled
fiery
different
emoji
because
next to
it's
it.
Let's
brewed
lit flow.
different.
Yeah, I don't use tampons. I use a Diva cup.
Excuse me?
It's a little silicone cup.
I heard about this one time.
You put
from
it in your vagine, and it collects it all like a. And women online are all about it because they're like, it's like a chalice of my most sacred fluid.
That's your most sacred fluid?
Those are the same
Apparently.
websites I read.
Yeah. There's also this thing going around now called free bleeding, and people are
Hell
taking
yeah.
back their
Yeah, I heard
their
about that.
Their
space.
freedom by bleeding in their jeans, baby.
I'm not gonna lie.
for it, dude. Do you know how many times I've come in my jeans and like I've walked around with cum in my jeans? Women should totally be allowed to period in their jeans.
How many times?
Like 16 times probably.
That's a good amount.
Yeah.
So for like a year, because I lost my Diva cup and I was too cheap to buy tampons, if I got my period, I would just find paper towels and fold them into a little square. But I don't wear
Very
underwear.
innovative. American ingenuity.
Yeah, I
That's what we're
don't.
really all about.
It was basically
squares.
just a
Y'all
free
pussy
bleed.
squares.
Yeah, it wasn't good. I don't know. I only wear jeans, so it mostly worked out. If there was any leakage, it would just kind
Jeans are
of.
the pants to bleed into, if you ask me.
Now they
I mean,
have
they're
these.
the working man's gene.
The working man's.
They
and-
have these
and
underwear.
the free bleeding jeans.
Yeah, there's
Wrangler,
these underwear that
bleed in
are
these
woven to
jeans.
just absorb your menstruation. Just absorbs into the underwear and then you wash them.
Okay.
I think they're called Thinks.
Why not just throw a pad down there or like?
Because it's like so much more comfortable just to bleed into your underwear.
Is it?
Yeah,
Even
'cause
though
it
you know you're
absorbs
bleeding
it.
into your underwear.
Because the underwear it's a magic underwear.
It's made for. It's period panties. It's
Yeah,
made for
and you
it.
can have like a thong one. Like you can't really have a thong happen with your pad.
You can have a thong period panty.
Yeah.
How does it soak it all up?
Because it just kind of goes into your butt crack and then soaks into the thong.
Ugh.
Ooh, almost drowned in that pussy, so I swam to that butt.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I've never tried the period thong,
It
but
just goes in the beehole.
it just soaks into the panties.
Is it a
Yeah,
blood?
it recycles.
Is that what a blood transfusion is?
Yeah.
Is that what Lance Armstrong was
Comes
doing?
out of the pussy into the beehole. That's exactly how Armstrong.
That's how Armstrong
was
won all
God.
those Tour de France.
Well, yeah, that's how menstruation works. Is it just bleeds out your vagina.
You really are a teacher.
You're welcome.
A scholar.
Well, I didn't have anyone to teach me.
gentleman.
I barely know about periods as it is.
Yeah, I know. Like, how many periods have you had in the past 3 years?
Not
you could probably
many.
count them on like one hand.
But like after you give birth, you have a period for like 6 weeks. So I feel like I have had enough of periods. You know, like I feel like I had the right amount.
After you give birth, you just bleed for 6 weeks.
Yeah, because your vagina is shrinking. Your uterus, actually not your vagina, is shrinking back down to the size of like a small plum versus the size of like a watermelon.
How small is this plum?
A very small
Is
plum.
it like a ripe plum, like a plum that just got picked?
I
and
think
ready
your
to-
uterus is normally like
bite
smaller than an
into?
yeah. It's like your uterus is normally smaller than an egg. I think.
Okay.
When you're not
A chicken
pregnant.
egg or a,
Yeah, like a chicken egg, not an ostrich egg.
Not an ostrich egg. Okay.
Yeah,
Or like
and
goose, sometimes goose
and
egg.
it shrinks back down.
Big old goose eggs. I hate when people use goose egg for cereal.
Oh my god.
You got goose eggs, bro. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm losing.
Whoever says that.
These guys I fucking do competitive jerking off with. They're like, you got goose eggs.
How do you get points in competitive jerking off?
It's how many times you can jerk off in 5 minutes. It's classic. It's
So,
the
like,
standard
none?
rules, old fashioned rules.
None times.
I
Not
usually
zero?
get to like
You usually get goose
my
eggs?
average is goose eggs. Yeah, I've never come, but I always show up.
Like in your life.
Yeah,
Dude, that's 90% of the battle just showing
just
up.
showing up 90% of the battle. Coming is the other part at this competitive.
I'm
jerking
even
off
more
place I go
concerned
to.
because I'm pregnant with your child. So if you've never come before,
Yeah, then how did this happen?
Like
you.
the Virgin Mary.
I feel like you just keep a Dixie cup of jizz in your pocket and then you just pour it out like for the
Something
homies.
like a Dixie cup. Yeah.
A dick cup.
I feel like a Ziploc bag, like a nice small sandwich bag.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be the go-to.
I'm picturing it perfectly. Just
One
a
time
Ziploc
I
bag,
had
like kind
to-
of dirty, with
Yeah.
like a few teaspoons or tablespoons, probably. Tablespoons, not teaspoons. Tablespoons.
I feel
Is
like
it bigger? I don't know.
It's bigger. It's bigger. It's a lot more cum.
I want to know what the average amount of cum is.
I think it's
In
3
what
tablespoons.
sense?
I don't think it's 3 tablespoons.
Like the average
Can I ask
amount-
Siri?
Don't ask Siri.
The average amount for I think it differs person to person, week by week, like what you're doing, like you know,
Yeah.
what you're up to.
What's your diet like?
Exactly.
If you're dehydrated.
Yeah. Are you dehydrated? Are you still coming the same amount? Probably not.
Yeah.
You know, cum is like mostly mucus. Do you guys know this?
Oh well, yeah. You ever do the thing where you can spit and then you can suck it back up?
Mm-hmm.
I do that my cum.
Yeah.
Yeah, suck.
No,
the cum
I've
back
seen that
into
online.
the
You
thing.
make a lot of money doing that.
Yeah.
And that's really cool. Yeah.
I read all these
You should
online
invest,
articles.
dude.
Yeah. All these
Get it-
online
wanna get in on
articles.
the ground level?
Oh jeez.
That's what you're trying to do with that cum, and then you suck it back up.
Yeah. The ground level in this scheme is just you laying under Mike as he tries to suck his
You're
jizz
on the
back into
ground.
his balls.
I need to get on the ground level in this situation.
This is my favorite pyramid scheme I've ever witnessed.
And now we're getting multiple men on this form a human pyramid.
What's
Centipede?
is there a Guinness World Record for like the most jizz on a person's face at one time?
Is there a
Probably.
is there
Probably
a
like
Guinness
World
record
Records
for
adult edition?
It's
Is-
all adult.
is there a Guinness record for a podcast that talked about the cum the most?
Yeah, we would win.
We should get a
I'm
person.
tired of talking about cum. I'm tired of the patriarchy.
You're right. What
We
we talk about periods way
Yeah,
more.
this is the one. We have had 2 episodes where we
We're evening it
mentioned
out.
menstruation, and now
Blood
it's
and cum.
right back to
Tell you the truth,
jizz.
I'm over it.
Yeah, I'm
honestly,
over reason.
I'm gonna stop talking about cum, like not even just on this podcast, but for the rest of my life.
Please stop.
I'm done talking
impossible.
about cum. I'm absolutely
It's a
not gonna talk
crutch.
about
You're
cum
like a
anymore.
tiny Tim with a crutch made of jism.
Yeah, it must have hardened up. Must have been a couple weeks.
That's why you keep falling over because you can't support your own weight with just a
think I keep falling
jizz
over?
crutch.
Oh, you think I keep falling
You're
over?
just
It's like your
hobbling
pinky toe. It
around.
adds balance to you.
Scrooge's warehouse, just falling
The
over
pinky toe does a lot more than you think it
into
does.
your own
It does.
jizz
So does your cum. It adds balance.
To the force.
and electrolytes. There's an article online that says that cum is an antidepressant.
I believe that. Every time I come, I'm not depressed.
I'm still
anymore.
depressed.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you.
But
Just
if I ask you that,
dropping
like right
beers.
after you come, though, like, are you depressed? Like right after you come, you won't be like, yeah.
A lot of
You'll be
times-
like, I'm fine, dude.
No, usually
Everything's
right
good."
after I come is when I'm the most
The most depressed. Okay,
Yeah,
I
because
understand
I
that.
me too. Because I have a lot of shame associated with sex, and so when I come, I'm like, ugh, I'm the grossest
You guys are a
human.
couple of shameful beings, aren't you?
Yeah, You have no shame with sex.
But no, also like the partner when that
that a problem?
Serbian
No, I like
man
it.
is looking at me and he's holding that dead goose in his hand. I can tell
That
he's
because you
also
fucked his
ashamed.
goose to death.
Sometimes you come and you realize like where you are and like what time it is.
Oh God.
Why I'm in this homeless shelter in Minnesota.
Yeah. Is that the sun coming up? Jesus Christ! I thought I had work tomorrow.
How did I get here? What state am I in? What year is this?
Yeah.
You come, you just ask somebody, what day is it? They're like, it's the 23rd. No, the year.
What's the date?
Year of my life.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that it's really beautiful when you have no shame about sex. I don't know how to get there fully, but there's times I feel that and I'm like, oh, this is really nice. And then I realize I have no shame and I'm like, oh God, why am I not shamed?
I think
That's called a shame circle.
Yeah.
shame circle.
It's a shame
In
circle
the
jerk.
professional crowd.
It's a shame spiral.
Don't get me wrong. I've felt my fair share of shame in the bedroom and otherwise.
I don't think you've ever felt shame.
You don't think so?
I don't feel shame like having sex. Maybe jerking off sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt shame jerking off.
Just because, I
yeah.
didn't need to do this.
One time I jerked off outside of a middle school waiting for my brothers to get out of school.
No, you didn't.
And I was at a fire department. Shouts out to Twin Hills Middle School. Yeah, I was parked over by the fire department waiting for my brothers to get out of school. I was like half an hour early, and I was 16, so why not rub a couple out before
A
my
couple?
parents? Yeah, I was 16, dude.
I was a
on
lot
my
younger.
level.
I
It wasn't a couple. It
I
was
jerked
one.
off in the San Rafael Trader Joe's parking lot
That's a strong move.
when my mom and sister went into the grocery store.
Oh, that's intense. Nice.
I had a person that was infamous in our
I'd probably
high
jerk
school.
off while your mom and sister go to Trader Joe's too in the car.
Yeah. Oh, look at all the produce.
What are you
Those
getting?
ripe peaches.
Deals?
What is this? Trader Ming's half off?
Trader Poons.
Yeah, I like how Trader Joe's they racially name all their
Oh
food.
yeah, they do.
So all their Asian food is
Like
Trader
it's
Ming's.
like Trader Giuseppe's if it's pasta.
There's Trader Jose's.
Oh my God,
Trader
it's
Jose.
so racist.
We all wear Hawaiian shirts.
Why has no one talked about this before? It's really racist. And
Trader Joe's.
everyone lets him get by because they've got tasty, moderately priced
Everybody knows
products.
a Joe, and yeah, maybe Joe's a little racist, but he has good deals, you know? He's got good deals on his shit.
And
Is it
also-
racist or is it racial appropriation by using
It's
those?
racist, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd call it racist.
Trader Joe's not as willing to trade as you would like to imagine.
No, not into the barter system.
No,
Yeah.
I try to go in there with a couple of silver dollars and like a mule.
Well, that's money.
They're having none of it.
They didn't want the silver dollars
They
either.
want silver dollars.
You hear about the guy who got his
Not
car
really.
towed, and they told him how much it would be, and he showed up in all pennies and paid them in all pennies. They
I-
called the
yeah.
cops and everything, and had the cops come deliberate because
To count these
They have to
pennies?
take it. It's legal tender.
because they weren't going to take it. They're
They
like, no,
can't
we're not going to take it. Yeah,
no,
they
they
have to take it.
legally they have got to. It's a fucking federal law.
It's wild.
That is wild. I want to do it. Every time I've gotten towed, I've told the tow driver that like they should pick another profession, and what they do is shitty to people.
Oh yeah.
But also, you need tow truck drivers. But when they tow you, like when you're not supposed to be, like when it's shitty, like it's just not cool.
I never had that because I'm a good citizen.
no, I had my
Well,
car.
sometime you're gonna park out there, and then you're gonna Uber home because you're a good citizen. You're not gonna drive home, and then you find out there's a farmer's market in the parking lot that you left your car in, and then they tow it, and then you're like,
Has this happened to you?
yeah, this happened. This happened to me in Healdsburg.
That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
You should get to put a sticker on your car that just says.
were
"I
there
was
signs?
drunk."
Sure, there were signs.
Yeah.
Sure.
I had my car
Is
towed.
it my fault? Maybe.
Maybe.
Sure.
Yeah. No, my car got towed out of the parking lot of my apartment complex because my registration was expired. And like, well, this is unsafe vehicle. We gotta tow this puppy. And it was like, by the time I figured out where they had towed it to, it took me like 4 days because they didn't have signs posted and no one would call me back. And I owed like $2,000 on the car, and it was like an '84 Oldsmobile. And
I
I
just
was
imagine you walking down Santa Rosa Avenue, just like looking for your car. in
I
car
was just
lots and stuff.
calling. Yeah, I was just calling, and I finally tracked it down. They're like, "You owe us like $2,000," and I was like, "I'll sign the car over to you because it's
Yeah.
worth like $8."
Fuck that.
And then I had to clean out my stuff from the car, and my car was so dirty. And then I remember I had gone to some event, and they give you just a bunch of condoms. It was some like teen event at the college or something, and they gave me like a whole bag of condoms. And so I was going through the trunk of my car, and the guy was standing there as I got my stuff out, and there was just like 40 condoms in a bag, and they just like fucking snakes out of a can just poured out of the trunk. And I was like, this is great. I think I was like 18. So this is a
It's the
highlight
right age.
of my life.
At least you were legal about it, you know?
Yeah.
I've never had that many condoms. 40?
That's why they were all in there.
That's a lot.
Didn't have any use for condoms. They just gave them to me at the junior college. It was probably Mike Whitaker. Mike Whitaker was probably
always
doing a
pushing those
sex
condoms.
ed.
He really.
To the teens.
Yeah, that's what the song Pusher Man's about by
Yeah.
Carl Withers. Wait, no, that was Apollo from Rocky. No, never mind. Doesn't matter. But you know that song.
I don't know that song.
I don't
Pusher
either.
Man. It's about drugs and a high-pitched black
Is it about
man.
George H.
Does Pusha
Bush?
T do it?
Pusher Man?
Is it Pusha T?
No, it's Clifford Haynes.
Stop making up people.
You don't think Clifford's a real name? Haven't you heard of the Big Red Dog?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I have. Is that who he also made the cartoon and the song?
Curtis
Yeah.
Mayfield.
Same guy. Curtis Mayfield.
Now
Curtis
that's a name
Mayfield.
I can believe exists.
That's a name I can get behind.
4 out of 5 doctors are behind Curtis
I
Mayfield.
feel like we're camping because the inside of my house is 50 degrees and there's a lantern, and I'm having to sit in a row while we record this.
Yeah, I saw you in the dark because it's so dark. I'm like, oh, she's wearing her fine fur.
Yeah,
And then she
I am.
went into the light. I'm like, oh, that's a crack bathrobe.
It's a crack bathrobe. This bathrobe is supposedly worth $40. That's why I haven't taken the tag off it, because I keep wearing it, but I'm like, there's no way I want to pay $40 for this thing. So I'm going to bring it back to Target. I just still got the tag on it.
That looks like you pulled it off of like a dead body.
I
in
know.
an
I
abandoned
know.
building.
It's like 4 days old. It's not old.
Yeah?
I got it not that long ago. And I don't know. It's not a good look. It doesn't help my depression.
I think just it's the way the fabric
Robe?
is, where it kind of looks weird.
A robe doesn't help your depression?
I just
Who would
look
have
in the
thought that
mirror.
wearing a robe
Yeah.
doesn't just make you want to get out and
Dude,
go?
I look in the mirror in this fucking robe and I'm like, it's over. Just
This is
pack
it.
it in.
Pack it all in.
Pack it all in.
Wrap it up. Does it have one of those strings?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That I can just tie around my neck. Yeah. I'm going to kill myself with this fuzzy robe from Target.
Probably the
It's
best way to do
$40
it.
well spent.
Are you into like S&M? Are you into like tying your hands up like to like a bedpost or something?
With the robe? Yeah.
With the robe, yeah. With the robe string.
Yeah, because
Oh,
I
yeah.
like to be really lazy, and so I like to get tied to a bedpost and then just have an excuse to lay around the house.
Well, you never untied
I
me.
can't get off this
That's-
bedpost.
There'd be other issues if nobody ever untied you.
I just put on I put on a rerun of the
How did she
Kardashians.
change into her period pants?
I get a
I
Fresca.
put them on you.
Yeah.
I'll put them on you.
I wouldn't
You
mind
tell me when you need them.
if I had like a benevolent
Just give me a holler.
yeah.
Ring the bell, and I'll come in with the period panties.
One of my biggest fears.
Ring it twice for food.
Yeah, I bring it with my toe, and then there's a Fresca with a long straw, and I just lay there. It's a little uncomfortable, but it's like it's me time.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Frescas.
I do
what
your
a
nails.
Trash soda.
No, Mike's mom does my nails.
Mike Whitaker's mom?
Mike
or Mike
Nordstrom.
Nordstrom's mom?
She's
Yeah.
Filipino.
She's Filipino. She
Oh,
knows
I
her
forgot
way
about
around
that.
a nail.
Yeah.
She knows her way
Italian.
around being locked in a small space for many months. And
On
then
another note, you
and
want glitter?
glitter?
You want sparkles?
Yeah, I want glitter and sparkles. Why hasn't your mom done my nails?
You want multi-tone?
Hannah's mom is gonna birth my child, and Mike's mom is gonna do my nails while I'm in labor.
It makes sense.
It
Chris-
makes a lot of sense if you think about it, really,
Yeah.
because Mike's family should be involved.
Chris's mom is gonna be
I
reading
mean, how
me.
could they not?
How could they not be?
Chris's mom
They've
is gonna
never
read me
met.
novels. Your mom's gonna read me novels while I'm in labor, and your dad is, I don't know.
Mom will read you the Bible about how you should be married before you have a child.
Well, we're supposedly doing that.
Yo, Mike, you got glasses? I got glasses too.
Yeah. Yeah, those are some sick shades.
Last I checked, we were gonna be married before this child was born.
Last I checked, we didn't have a plan.
Oh wow.
Last I checked, like we were down to do that. Are
Oh,
we gonna
wow.
elope,
Oh,
dog?
boy.
Are we gonna elope or
Oh
what?
boy.
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for you to tell me the time.
I guess I am
Elope's a
keeping.
word that I'm not used to, and I don't like.
I guess
You don't like the word elope?
I don't like it.
Yeah. I understand. Your glasses are very crooked. Do you know
Yeah, I
that?
took off one of the strings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are mine crooked too?
No, I'm definitely gonna keep this bathrobe if we're not getting married.
You see?
See, I'm getting married, but you're also gonna have to marry me in the bathrobe.
Is that what eloping is?
That's what eloping is you get married in bathrobes.
Mike, I just want a big bowl of Filipino soup. Can your mom do that?
What's the
Chris,
diff-
can
what's-
your mom make
what's
Filipino soup?
Stop calling my mom secondarily. Okay,
I'm
I
asking,
don't need it.
is your
I
mom-
don't need it.
oh.
No. My mom's first choice.
I can't.
My mom's the first woman you ask for Filipino soup.
I asked her for her butternut squash soup recipe, and she goes, "I think I just roast it and mash it."
You roast it and mash it?
Dude.
Your mom's calling bullshit on you ever being fed butternut squash soup as a child.
No.
What is a butternut?
A butternut?
You
No,
better.
what's a butternut?
I'll show you. A butternut is
It's a type of squash.
it's when you're jerking off and you don't have lube, so you get a butter stick.
Like a stick of butter?
A stick of butter.
Yeah,
You heat it up. You put it in the microwave for like 4 seconds.
Ooh.
Just real quick. Just get a little
Not too
sloppy.
much.
Do you guys wanna
it's in the
hear-
fridge
Soften
before.
up a little
Wait,
bit.
can I tell you guys the first dirty joke I ever heard? And I heard it in 8th grade science class. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so there were two little boys, and they were just starting to get boners. And one of them was like, "Man, like I keep getting these boners, but like I don't know what to do with them." And the other one was like, you just gotta go home and you gotta like put some butter on your dick and rub it, and it feels so good." And so like the next day they came back, and he's like, "Oh man, like I tried it, but like I think something's wrong." And he's like, "Why?" And he's like, "Well, I did what you said. I went in the cupboard and I got some Crisco and I put it on my dick, but now my dick looks different." And he's like, "No, you stupid idiot. That's shortening."
Huh?
I don't get it.
'Cause it was shortening that was like making his dick
Crisco,
shorter.
yeah, because Crisco is like shortening. It's like literally
That's
like the
funny.
most southern baking joke to do with dicks I've ever heard.
Yeah.
The
I
first
like
dirty
it.
joke I heard, I told it, I didn't even know what it meant. It was a Yo Mama joke. Your mama's like a shotgun, 2 cocks, and she's ready to blow.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
I didn't know what it meant. I'm like, wait, a gun? Why does she have a gun? Is she angry?
That's actually such a dirty joke, though. That's like so gross. That's such a gross your mama joke.
So gross. I remember the first dirty joke I ever heard. It was a cigarette was talking to a penis, and a cigarette was like, "Man, my life sucks. Like people light me up, suck out smoke through me, and then throw me on the ground and step on me." And the dick is like, "You think your life is bad? My owner fucking beats me every night." And then he ties up a bag around my head and makes me do push-ups in a cave until I throw up.
Oh
So
my
just think
God.
about that before you think your life is bad.
Yeah.
So
Think
that's,
about that.
Think about that. That was definitely not the
Cigarettes.
punchline that was told to me.
that joke is why I have shame around sex, because I feel so bad about the abuse of penises.
That's the reason I have shame when I smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
The shame of your penis.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry for what I do.
Sorry.
Obviously, your mom is my number one mom. I want to buy her a Nordic
No,
baking
not
book.
obviously.
Yeah,
Obviously
you have
what?
Something for this Filipino.
Like you want a Filipino mom to do your nails. My mom will happily do your nails. She'll squint her eyes.
They'll look
She will,
great.
she will tape them back.
It's because your mom intimidates me.
My mom's the big
Because she
black
was
cock
born
of,
in this country.
of moms.
Yeah.
I hope my parents don't listen to this. I take that back, but I just wanted to. I hope they do listen to it.
I hope your mom's texting you right now.
No, it's the Nuggets and Hornets. It's a close game.
Please don't make up things. Don't look at your phone and say it's Nuggets and Hornets.
That's all it is,
Is it
baby.
just a bunch of
Nuggets and
emojis?
Hornets.
Just a bunch of emojis on your phone.
You ever see the Emoji Movie?
Oh, TJ Miller?
You mean
Yeah.
TJ Miller's piece de resistance? My favorite ever was his defense of quitting Silicon Valley was he's like, yeah, well, I had the Emoji Movie to do. And everyone's like, whoa, dude.
I heard his defense was like, because they were saying he's a nightmare to be around on set, and he was like, "Look, I do stand up every single night. I'm out super late, and then I'm addicted to people." It's like that's not an excuse. Like, then don't go out and do stand up if it makes you addicted to people. Like
Yeah.
during the day at your show, that makes you way more money. Silicon Valley on HBO makes you way more money than doing stand up spots at night. Most likely.
Don't forget the Emoji Movie, though.
But
No,
the
I
Emoji
think-
Movie
what I-
lost hella money.
I know.
What I gather is that TJ Miller does shit for the comedic effect.
Like punching a woman in the face.
Punching a woman in the face. Like doing the Emoji Movie. He's like, you'll be hilarious if I quit a hit show on HBO, a show that makes
Like one of the best shows that's being made at the time.
yeah,
on
quit
HBO.
that to do a shitty movie about emojis. He just
I had to
thinks
do
that
the
is
emoji
He just
movie.
thinks it's a funny thing to do.
I'm a movie star.
There's
I'm
always-
a movie
He
star
does it
now.
for the bit.
But every show has one person that like gets the fucking like lead singer syndrome, and they go like, "This show is me, it's me," and they're like, "I want $10 million," and they're like, "Nah, dude," and then they're like, "Fine, I'm out of here," and the show does fine without them, and their career goes to fucking shit.
The show's fine without them. He wasn't even like a super strong character in Silicon Valley. I think it was funny.
I thought he was one of the best characters.
You know what my favorite character was? The Asian roommate who stayed with them all the
Yeah.
time and who stole their idea. He had new what was their app
No,
idea? It's
but-
been a while since I watched it.
Oh god, I don't even
What was it
remember.
called?
Silicon
Pied Piper? Pied
Yeah,
Piper?
Pied Piper.
Yeah, and the guy was going to start New Pied Piper in China and call it New Pied Piper like under a different
I
name.
want to know how many of us and how many of our listeners are now going to get targeted ads for reruns of Silicon Valley on their
It's a
phone.
great show. It's a great show. Worth a watch. Also, if you're watching High Maintenance, if you're watching HBO, High Maintenance.
Chris has a small cat on his shoulder right now, and I just want to remind all of our listeners that I gave you guys my phone number in last week's episode, and if you would listen and get my phone number, you can win a free kitten.
No, I mean that's adorable. You didn't even put him on your shoulder. He climbed up your shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
he
a
did.
great cat.
He's a great kitty. You hear him purring, listeners?
His name's Baxter. You don't win Baxter, you win one of Baxter's siblings. They're all a great pedigree of kitten.
I'm going to get Baxter pregnant, and we're going to go crazy
Okay, wow.
with the kittens. I'm going to give away a lot of kittens. It's going to be a litter. Knowing my loads, dude.
So many kitties.
So many kitties.
It's gonna be Kitty City.
Half kitty, half Chris. What's up?
It's going to be little
That's still my
cats.
favorite video of all time. The titty. No, we can't just go into YouTube videos. Never mind.
No,
We're not going to
no,
YouTube, for
no.
fuck's sake, you guys. What is
The itty bitty
going
titty
on?
committee? Is that what you're talking about?
No, some dude. And he, like you see like the drunk driving commercials, and it was like
Seen 'em.
that, and it was like my friend told me to come out because it's Titty City. Anyway, we don't.
No,
need to
we're
talk
not talking about... God, stop
about
talking
it.
about
It's a
YouTube
funny
videos.
video. Check out Titty City on YouTube.
If you
I
no,
will.
don't check out. Don't.
I will. I haven't yet, but I'm
Shut
going
up,
to.
both of
Kayla, I don't
you.
care what you say. I'm going to
Shut
go
up.
look.
I don't. This
Look,
is.
just because we're getting married doesn't mean I can't look up my own YouTube videos.
You can do what you
I can
want,
watch
but
Titty
stop
City if y'all
telling
wanna
our
watch
listeners
Titty
to
City.
debase themselves with these fucking videos.
The only thing I'm telling them to do is to like us on Tinder so that they can come over and we can all come on their face.
Guys, if
At
you get a
once.
really
Big old
small
blue
kitten though that Chris makes with this other small kitten, you're gonna have to find a small kitten-sized acoustic guitar for it to play.
Yeah, because if it's half me, it's gonna have.
Oh, he's gonna climb down the arm.
Feelings.
He's gonna climb down the
Oh,
arm.
are you gonna jump, Baxter, or what?
He's gonna give him
What?
the hair. I don't know.
Man, I wish this was a video. We'd be getting millions of hits on YouTube right now. Kitten, guitar.
Check out the video of Chris with a kitten on his shoulder
Yeah, no, this is
on
absolutely
YouTube.
adorable.
Oh wait, you can't because you should never go on YouTube.
No, you should.
You should
definitely
go
on
outside.
YouTube.
You should breathe fresh air. Look at a
Why are
tree.
you so anti-YouTube?
Guys, we're all gonna die. I think we need to. We should stop.
Look,
stop
I was going to tell you
listening to
this
our
about
podcast.
I was going to tell you this about your stand up off air. But do you really think that the end of the world is going to be in 12 years?
It's highly possible.
You think so?
She's talked about it on this podcast multiple times.
It's highly possible
What giving you the 12 years number?
because that's what they told us. They said in like 20.
Ooh,
Who? An online article? Like
No,
like,
2030. They said by 2030 things will have gone.
who?
Scientists.
Scientist? Who's this scientist?
Look, when Neil
I'm a
deGrasse-
scientist.
when
Neil
Neil
deGrasse
deGrasse
Tyson?
Tyson
He's
is
sexually
busy
harassing people.
sexually
Sexually
harassing-
harassing people.
You cannot trust
Yeah,
Neil deGrasse
Gandhi
Tyson anymore.
fucked kids. Fucking Einstein, not good.
I just feel like when Neil deGrasse
Martin
Tyson
Luther
got caught
King-
with all that shit, he's like, well, I'm super fucking smart. Leave me alone.
I wear cool hats. Fuck
I
off.
wear cool hats. Get out of here.
Yeah, well,
I still support Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I mean, I haven't heard anything that he said that sounds too obscene. I mean, he does have a rape conviction, which is very obscene.
That does sound bad.
But he's not convicted yet. I shouldn't say it's a conviction. He's just like some woman is
Accused.
accusing him of being of
But also,
raping her.
I don't know, you
a while
might not want to
ago.
believe it because that's a weird person to accuse.
It's a very weird person that I would think would rape somebody. But then again, Bill Cosby.
But as
you
much
know,
as it pains me to say this, none of that matters. It's science. He can rape as many people as he wants and still be great at science.
No, that's true. You can't debate that.
Bill
You-
Cosby
yeah.
is one of the greatest comedians of all time. Big ol' raper.
Oh,
Raping all
his
day.
special was
Air day.
Like I listen to that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't throw the baby out with the raping bathwater, and, he's not a good guy. Is he a great artist? Yeah. It sucks.
Yeah. Pusha pudding. Is that a good Cosby?
That was really
impression?
good. Yeah.
I don't think that was good.
Woosha pudding.
That's
Woosha
not
pudding.
even a thing he said.
I don't think so.
I honestly believe that at some point during his late night drugged rapings, he put his penis in a woman and went, "It's the Jello pudding."
It was a Jello pudding.
Yeah.
Was that better?
And then just laughed to himself.
That
I feel
was
like he had to
yeah.
know that his life was a joke and he was a monster. It had to register. There had to be some dark night when he was many brandies in.
I forget who it was, but some comic tells a story of working at some theater or something, and Bill Cosby was playing there, and he made the entire staff come and watch him eat dinner alone in the room. He had to show how big of how much control issues he had. They were like, yeah, he made everybody who worked there come into the room and watch him eat his dinner while he was alone.
That's why I'll
at a
never
table.
be-
Do you know what he ate?
Chicken Alfredo.
That's a long meal.
God,
Yeah,
I
it's a
love.
long meal.
You're making me so
Yeah,
hungry.
it's deep.
That's among other things. That's why I'll never be wildly famous, because you have to be that psychotic.
Yeah.
But that's what we all are,
We're all that
Psychopaths.
psychotic, and fame is just going to let us get there,
This is
God
This
willing.
is the part of the podcast where I want to tell the listeners that you should go onto iTunes, Google Play. I need you. I need you. And when I say you, I mean fucking you.
Yeah, I know
I
who
know
you
when
are.
I say you say, not me. That's not me. They're talking to the other ones.
No,
I'm talking to you.
you.
This
Go
is
into
your
iTunes.
moment, guys. This is your moment to shine.
Go on to Google Play, rate, and review our podcast. You like our material? Please contact us. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. I want to hear from you.
For everyone that leaves a review and leaves their Tinder or their Instagram or any way to contact them, we will do a 3 Cute Boys 1 card tarot reading about your future. We will send it to
Very
your
nice.
inbox.
You want us to do a live show at your house? It won't cost much.
It won't cost much. And by the way, when this comes out tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow.
This Thursday at Whiskey Tip, we're going to be doing a live podcast.
That's this Thursday?
That's this Thursday. We're going to be doing a live fucking podcast at
Come out
9
and
o'clock.
buy me a Virgin Bloody Mary.
That was so good last
So
night.
spicy.
So spicy. Anyway, guys, thank you for listening so much. This has been
Adios.
3 Cute Boys, and I love you.
Three cute boys are hiding in nowhere. They're actually out on telling you just where they're at. You can listen to them on iTunes or YouTube. Fuck yeah. Three Cute Boys. Motherfucker.